Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be looking at our 4 chord in our 1-4-5 progression. So I've already done a video on the 1 chord, and that will be on a card just linked above right about now. And so we're going to get started today. Okay, so our 4 chord today is going to be a D7, which means that our 1 chord is an A7, which was the same as last lesson. Okay, so D7. Now, when we're playing in our chord progression in the blues, the first thing that you probably learned was the minor pentatonic scale. Okay. So what we can do here is, if our 1 chord is going to be our A, so it'll be our tonic. I'm using position 1 of the A minor pentatonic scale. Well, I'm going to move that up to D when we move to our 4 chord. So we go to our A, then to D7, okay, so we can kind of move that around and use the D minor pentatonic scale over the D7 chord. Okay, so next we're going to be looking at arpeggios. So I'm going to look at our first arpeggio sort of lick here. It's going to go like this. And so we're kind of doing a D minor arpeggio or into kind of a little bit of a major. That's kind of that bend right there. So we're going to start off on the 6th fret of the B string, and we're going to do a bend to the 7th fret. So, okay, and then we're going to hit the 5th on the high E string to the 6th. So, sorry, 5th to the 7th on the high E string. Do another bend, and that one's going to be to the 8th fret. So, okay, 7th fret, high E string, 5th fret, high E string, back to that bend on the 6th, to the 5th on the E string, that bend again to the 7th of the G string. Okay, so that's kind of using some of our arpeggio shapes right there. And the next thing we're going to move on to is the Dorian scale. So particularly the A minor Dorian scale. And that works because when we're in Dorian, we have that chord right there, the D, is going to be a D7. Okay, so that's why we can use okay, so how about there'll be a diagram on screen with the Dorian scale. Okay, so you can play that. Okay, and lastly, we're going to put these concepts all together. So I'll be showing you doing a little bit of Dorian scale, working with arpeggios, and a little bit of pentatonic over our D7 chord. Okay, so it should sound like this. Okay, so this is going to be a transition from our 4 chord to the 1. So that's why you hear the A at the end there. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to go, this is going to be similar to a D7 shape up here, so it'll be kind of like a bar chord where you have your pinky on that 8th fret of the high E string. So let's sort the shape out here. So we're going to have index finger on the 7th fret of the D string. We're going to have middle finger on the 7th fret of the B string, and we're going to have my ring finger on the 8th fret of the high E string, and we're going to play those 3 strings. So D string, B, E. do a bend, and we're going to bend up, try and bend up to that A note on the 10th fret of the B string. So we're bending on the B string. So bend, and that's going to be the 7th fret of, 7th fret of the B string, or 8th fret of the B string, sorry. Okay, so 7th fret of the B string, so we're going to bend to 10, 8th fret, then we're going to do bend from the 7 to the 8 on the B string, and you're just going to bend up and then bring it back down. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, so now we're going to move into another arpeggio shape, and that's going to be using a little bit of our Dorian scale too. Okay, so we're going to slide into the 7th fret of the G string, and then we're going to hit the 7th fret of the B string. Okay, so then we're going to slide into the 7th fret of the B string, and then we're going to hit the 5th fret on the high E string. And then last we're going to hit that 8th fret on the high E string. Okay, so and then we're just going to walk down 8th fret high E string, 7th fret high E string, and then I'm just doing a little A shape, which is going to be 6th fret G string, and then a little bar on the B and E string on the 5th fret. Just a little piece of an A chord. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Okay, so that's going to do it for this lesson. Thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in to the next lesson. It'll be over a 5 chord. Okay, and then I'll have another lesson where we're going to put it all together into one progression. Till next time, bye for now.